it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today, of course, is Make It Up Monday, and why shouldn't I try and scare myself again? So, today I'm going to be using the No Bones About It stamp set. This is one I've only just ordered. It's shiny and new, and I thought I would see if I could make some fun projects with it. So, let's start with my colour palette. I have got basically the 2016-2018 in colours. I haven't included Dapper Denim, I've got Basic Grey instead, but other than that, these are in colours. I have a card base of Sweet Sugar Plum, a mat of Flirty Flamingo, and a stamping mat of Whisper White. Standard sizes, so A4 cut in half, scored down the middle to make an A6 card base. My standard first layer mat, which is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, 14 1/4 by 9 3/4. Don't worry about writing it down, it's on the associated blog post. 5 1/2 by 3 3/4, which is 14 by 9 1/2 centimetres. So, scary. Okay. I've also brought out the striped grosgrain ribbon in Sweet Sugar Plum. This is the in colour ribbon for this this annual catalogue. So it comes in all of the in colours, and I thought I might just add a piece down the side. I may not, but that's the plan. I've got a piece of scrap paper because I may want to stamp off some colours. So I'm going to start by doing the bones, because I think that's going to be the darker colour. And I like to stamp dark colours first and then bring in lighter colours. So I'm going to start with a D block. I just think it's an easier way of doing it. I am not a paleontologist. I do at least know what a paleontologist is, but only because I used to watch Friends. Well, not quite the only reason, but pretty much the only reason is because I used to watch Friends. So please do not expect me to be able to let you know what sort of dinosaurs these are, because I don't know. If you do know, you may wish to leave the answer in the comments below. So I'm going to start with my card base and this exciting looking one. And because this is archival grey, can you see it just? Because this is archival grey, I'm doing a bit of a twist as well as a tap. And I'm going to pop him kind of there. And just clean that off. The key with archival, it's less of a problem with the grey than with the black, is to clean it off as quickly as you can, because archival will stain your stamp. It's not a problem, it's still fine to use, but it does leave it stained. So yeah. So then let's see which one might be able to fit in next to. Let's have our standy-uppy one. Maybe we'll have our standy-uppy one up there and we can fill that space in, so yeah. So you can tell I'm having another thought. Yeah, no, I think we'll have our long one. Our long one with the long tail. These are exciting names for dinosaurs, aren't they? The long one and the standy-uppy one. Now, one of the ways of making sure you pick your stamps up, particularly when they're long standy-uppy ones. Oh, of course, that was a mistake, wasn't it? So I won't use the long standy-uppy one. But do you know what? I'm going to use that for a top tip tomorrow, so I won't go into that. You're going to have to wait. So we'll go back to our standy-uppy one, which I know does go down there. Right, so standy-uppy dinosaur. We can pop there. As I say, clean your stamp reasonably quickly so that it doesn't get stained. Right, so I don't want that anymore for the moment. I think I'm going to go Peekaboo Peach for my exciting one with the wings on the top. Or not wings, but the standy-uppy bits. So we'll do Peekaboo Peach, and you can see that I can see through the stamp. And because I've done the darker layer first, I can line up my lighter layer reasonably well with my darker layer, which is always a bonus. And then I need the standy-uppy one. And that I think I will do in Sweet Sugar Plum. So I may not actually use Flirty Flamingo rather than as the matte. We will see. And again, because I've done the dark layer first, I can be reasonably accurate with putting this layer down. And there we go. And that will actually dry back a bit. It's quite dark at the moment, but it will dry back a bit. So that's that. Oh, those are quite cute. Right. Okay, so what else have we got? Okay, I'm going to fill that gap, because I don't really like the gap, with No Bones About It. You're great. And actually I might do that in Flirty Flamingo, because who says dinosaurs have to be boy colours? I'm actually going to stamp that and then clean it and then have another go, because as it's a new stamp set, sometimes there's a bit of a finish on the stamps, and if you ink it up and then clean it off, it gets a better impression. So that's No Bones About It, You're Great. Pop that back. Then I think we might have some arbitrary, I don't know what they are, dots. I wonder what they are meant to be. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to use them as just arbitrary, who knows what they are, dots. Actually, no, I take it back. We're going to do foot marks. So let's bring back the basic grey. I'm just going to add some foot marks along the bottom, just as an edge. And put that on there. And then I think I might bring in some leaves, just because. I'm a bit worried that he's standing up doing nothing in particular. Actually, that might be where I put my dots. So I'm going to stamp off and just add some leaves in the corner there. And then bring in my dots and bring back in the basic grey. Yep, full strength. And actually I'll put it that way up, and I should just be able to ground it there. And that just gives it a bit of grounding in my eye. So that's all the stamping I really want to do. So let's get rid of the stamps. Then I'm just going to add that to that layer, and then I'll put the ribbon on, and then I will put it on my card. So my favoritist, and I'm actually going to put the glue on here because I want you to see how little I use. Because I do see people using an awful lot of glue, and you don't need to. And there we are. I should say, these are very solid photopolymer images. This is my new mat. My new surface is spongy, so just you may want to add your stamping piercing mat behind, because with the solid images, it's a better idea to have a bit of a sponge behind. So a bit of, that shall go that way, fast fuse, then I've got a bit more wiggle room on exactly where I pop it. Seem to be all thumbs, which is never a good idea. No. I'm going to leave that a little bit loose because I then want to add, just up at the top here, a knot. Just to add a bit more something. Just pull that down a bit, tighten it up, and then because I didn't stick this down fully, I can tighten it up. It just adds a little something up in that corner, because otherwise it was going to be a bit bare. And then that can pop on there. And again, actually, will I use? No, I'll use fast fuse purely because I've already got ribbon down, and I think it will be better to fast fuse the whole thing down. I'll pop a bit. Oops, got a stray. I'll pop a bit just by that by that ribbon, so that we know that it's going to be properly trapped. And there we go! Hurrah! So there we go. First inking up of my no bones. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. I do want to get to my 2,000 by my birthday on the 1st of November. That would be lovely. If you wish to buy anything in my online store, that would be super. I do really cherish my customers. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do this. And if you spend on my online store, for every £25 you spend between, well, it was the 1st of September, so from the 1st of September to the 31st of October, you will get entered into my prize draw for the Mary Pattern stamp set that otherwise is only available if you buy on my online store but order at least £250 of product, which is very easy to do, particularly running up to Christmas. But yeah, there are some offers on at the moment. We have got the World Card Making Day offers, which are 15% off some note cards and envelopes, some stamp sets. And that runs, I think, until the, I want to say, the 10th of October. And we've also got buy 3 get a 4th free on some designer series paper. The details of all that is on my blog so do have a look. Just nip over there. There's a link to it below. So yeah, good time to get spending. So I hope to see you all very soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.